So it's December 30, and my experiment, my New Year's resolution of posting a piece of content every single day for a year is coming to a close. And got a couple thoughts on it. Number one is a shocking amount of the stuff that I posted was posted late. I tended to end up accidentally batching my content after waiting um, a while. Actually, I'm going to calculate real quick what percentage of it was posted late. Okay, so it was about 54% of the stuff that I posted was not on the day that it was supposed to be posted, one every single day. I ended up doing it in batches, and I think that's the real way to do this because that it was just the natural pattern that I fell into. So if I was to repeat this next year, it would be stupid for me to do it in a way that's not as easy as possible, right? If you're going to get the same quality result and output, you might as well do it in the way that's not harder. So what I would do is do 7 posts a week, but do them all on the same day across like 3 to 4 platforms. And the platforms that I noticed being the most valuable to me are LinkedIn and Instagram. Instagram tends to be more useful. Well, I posted on them different things. I never really tried to post business stuff on Instagram. I posted a hobby that I do. And the Instagram stuff is super useful if you've got like 100 posts going back about a niche hobby that you're interested in. You're going to have an in with people that do that hobby. So when I'm traveling, I can make friends. Like I can go to Reddit and find Instagram group chats and I can get in and it's like, look, there's other explorers out there because I post about urban exploring. I can, kind of prove that I am part of the community and like doing that stuff. So that's a really valuable thing for Instagram. I think that's what I'm going to keep using it as. I don't really think it's that valuable for the business side of things, but that's, maybe that's just because I haven't tried it. LinkedIn, however, has been incredibly valuable. I've met a ton of different people. I've made a ton of fantastic connections. I've had opportunities thrown at me from lots of different directions. I've made new friends. I've learned new things. I've gotten feedback, gone to events. LinkedIn is fantastic for posting about business, specifically if you're trying to make a startup. It's great. Love it. Zero to complain about on LinkedIn, except for the fact that a lot of the stuff you see on there is a little bit on the cringe side. People like to toot their own horn. When it comes to TikTok and YouTube, I haven't seen as much ROI, and as I've noted on other platforms, I think that the reason for that is that the stuff that I post tends to be pretty low effort. I mean, look at this. I'm recording a Loom video over a Google Sheet. Like, that's not that impressive, right? If I wanted to really pop out on TikTok or YouTube, I would have to probably put a little bit more effort into my thumbnails, my hashtags, my recording, the audio, the setup, just how everything looks. And I think I probably could stand out. So there's a couple different ways that I could see this going next year. One would be to keep doing what I'm doing and batch it up into groups of 7, do one day a week where I spend like 2 hours on it. Or I could I could post less stuff, but have it be higher quality. I think that's something I'm open to. I'm open to continuing what I'm doing on LinkedIn. I think my views have stayed relatively constant. LinkedIn content seems to go evergreen most of the time. Not evergreen, but it the views just kind of go up over time. Um, I think, yeah, I'd rather next year do stuff a little bit differently. So try to do higher quality on TikTok and YouTube, but continue doing what I'm doing on LinkedIn and Instagram because I've kind of figured out what works for those. I haven't really blown up anything on Instagram or blown up anything on LinkedIn, but what I'm doing is working. Like it's small, it's fine, it's getting me the opportunities that I'm looking for, and it's going to get better over time. So that's a couple initial thoughts on this experiment. I think it's totally worth pursuing. There's no reason not to be posting things online. Own your digital SEO. When somebody Googles your name and you can have a couple hundred results pop up and it's all stuff that you put out there, why would that ever be a bad thing?